Hello, friends. Welcome back to my YouTube channel Spiritual Guidance. Today's topic of discussion is vegetarian diet and spirituality. I have received a lot of questions from my friends and they asked me to do this video, so here I am with this video. Now, why be vegetarian? So, I'm gonna discuss few physical facts about why to be a vegetarian. This is my own understanding after going through a lot of facts and figures, and so I'm producing these facts. That does not mean I'm not trying to convince a non-vegetarian to become a vegetarian, because if you can't convince me to become non-vegetarian, then I have no right to convince you to become vegetarian. So very first fact is that human teeth are flat and square, just like herbivores compared to all other meat eaters, right? Now, we humans, we chew in the side to side grinding motion compared to the carnivores. They chew up and down motion. So they basically don't chew. They grab the bite and they swallow it after uh, uh, cutting it down to small pieces. So that is the first difference between human herbivores and carnivores. Stomach acid. Now, all the species, they have stomach acid, which we call pH level, or you can call it some stomach acid. Now you can see the table down here. It says that carnivores have pH level 1 in their stomach, which is obviously required to digest meat. Meat is a very complex food, I would say, that it requires a very high acidic level to actually consume it compared to humans. We got like pH level between 4 to 5, which means that if you are eating meat, your stomach has to do a lot of work to digest the food. Okay, um, so it's if people who say that, oh, we are not herbivores, we are carnivores, we have got this and that. No, that's wrong. Your body has to do overtime extra load work to actually digest the non-vegetarian, the meat. Okay. Third one is that carnivorous animals have intestinal tracts that are 3 to 6 times their body length, whereas herbivores or humans, we've got between 10 to 12 times of body length, right? So in some of the herbivores, it could go between 15 to 20 times as well of their body length. What does it mean? It means that meat eaters, like carnivorous animals, when they eat meat, their that meat does not go through a very long cycle of processing within their intestine, because it's a short intestine compared to herbivores. And if we as human beings, if we eat that sort of meat, that meat will take somewhere between uh, 5 to 6 times the time duration to consume that meat compared to the meat eaters, because the moment you eat the food, it will go through that complex cycle of intestine, which is like 10 to 15 times of our body length. Okay, so your body again have to do overtime work, so to digest that food. But on the other hand, if you eat vegetables and fruits, it will be digested uh, within 45 minutes to hour and a half. So that means when you eat vegetables, it gets through your body and out of your body quicker than non-vegetarian food. Saliva. Now, saliva of carnivores is very acidic compared to herbivores. Our saliva is alkaline, which helps to pre-digest the plant food, not the meat. Now, fiber. Carnivores don't require fiber to help move the food. That's why you won't see a tiger, a lion, or any of these what do you call it, voles and stuff, they are eating any fiber. They just eat meat because of their tract, the digestive tract, because of the size of the intestine. They eat, it goes out easily. But herbivores requires dietary fiber. Even us, if you just keep on eating meat every day, you will see that your body will will start giving up on digestion, and you will have stomach problems. You will have you will have rise in cholesterol. You will have unsaturated fat stored in your body, and you will see there is it's a big chain reaction. A lot of doctors nowadays, they are suggesting for people to go on vegetarian diet, because it not just help with your to prevent heart diseases, but it also reduces the chances of you getting cancer. Okay, all the diseases, they come from animals. Bird flu, or the diseases which came from pork and stuff. You will never hear that someone had a carrot flu or apple flu or anything like that, because if the plant or a tree is not treated with a very harmful chemical, you won't have any side effects to your body from eating that type of food. So a lot of people do ask me the question. They say vegetables also have life. Vegetables and fruits also have life. Then what is the difference between a carnivorous killing an animal and herbivores killing a plant? Now you need to understand two things. First thing is the level of sensitivity in trees and vegetables is different. Okay, now vegetables, anything which is grown underneath the soil, such as potato, onion, carrot, garlic, or whatever which is grown underneath, they do have life, but they don't have sensitivity to pain and emotion. Okay, you can, the moment you take it out from the soil, cut it into half, you can put it back in, most of them will regrow, right? So when you but on the other hand, if you go to a tree which is fully grown, and then like tree of apple, orange, and banana, pineapple, any tree, big tree which gives us fruit, we don't cut the tree, we just take the fruit. All right, if you cut the tree is very sensitive. They feel the same pain. If you chop a tree, a big log of a tree, they will feel the same pain as compared to a human being or animal getting the hand chopped off or foot chopped off. They will have same type of feeling of pain. They are very, very sensitive. Trees are very sensitive. Um, so when you so a lot of people who do not understand, they need to understand this part as well, that we as a vegetarian, we don't cut the tree, we just eat the fruits. Now there is a proper way when we eat fruit. Now if you're going to a tree and you are getting a fruit from the tree, you always go in a very humble way. When you receive the fruit, you thank the tree for giving you that fruit. Okay, and always pick the fruit which is ripe. Don't pick the fruit which is not ripe yet, because that is not fair with the tree as well. So you have to be very sensitive. You show your sensitivity to the tree, you will receive the sensitivity towards you from Mother Earth and universe. Okay, so does that affect your spirituality? Well, the way I see it, how I felt it, and I have, uh, I spoke to a few monks when I was back in India, and they explained me this. They said that when you eat an animal, what happens is the properties of an animal, like all the properties of an animal, will affect your spiritual capability. Now, for example, when you eat meat, you will feel more uneasiness. You will become more prone to being in pain, anger, your anxiety level will change. you will feel unrestful. um, Another thing is that any living organism, when they go through some sort of emotion at the end, during the end of their life period, that sort of emotion is embedded in their bones, in their meat. So when you kill an animal, what sort of emotion will go through that animal? The pain, the sorrow, um, that they are about to die, the fear. So those type of emotions are embedded in the meat and their bones. So when you eat that meat of that animal, you will get those feelings and emotions which will affect your spiritual level and spiritual awareness. So your thought process is affected on a very large scale. All right, and that affects your ability to connect to your spiritual side. Now that is the reason why most of the monks, what they do is they go on a very strict vegetables and fruit diet, and they reduce their diet. Instead of having 3 meals a day, they would go on 1 meal, 2 meal, or 1 meal a day, and they will spend most of the time with Mother Nature, away from the materialistic world. They'll go into the in the middle of the natural resources. They will sit over there and they'll try to connect with Mother Nature, and that's how they are able to meet their inner themselves, inner soul, inner spirit, and their spiritual journey begins from there. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. um, Next video I will try to make on how to connect with Mother Nature, and I would like, if you have any questions, you can leave your questions in the comment box and I'll try my best to answer it to you. Thank you again for watching, and